Oke, cek. Saya tak pakai loh. Cek, cek masuk nggak? Masuk, iya, masuk. Iya, iya. Sekarang masuk. Masuk. Saya pakai ini. Cek, cek. Masuk. Delay, berarti sinyalnya. Udah. Hah? Coba now. Sudah. It's clear? Clear, kalau nggak saya aja ganti. Bapak Ibu, can you hear my voice clearly? Can you respond?
Yes.
Hello? Yes, okay. So, very well, good afternoon, everyone. Bapak, Ibu semuanya. Today we're gonna start our parallel session in the ICRSE, the International Conference on Religion, Science, and Education. Please, we have around 10 presenters in this session. Before we start our session, let me introduce myself. My name is Vina Hanifa Hidayati. I'm from UIN Sunan Kalijaga, Yogyakarta. So our session will be held around 10 minutes for participants to have Okay, how now? Is it clear? Clear, yeah. So thank you very much for the participants. Before we start our session, I would like to explain the role session for today. So please, for all participants, mute, unmute, unmute your audio when you present your research, and then could you please using your virtual background? Okay, and then maybe if you're not really write your name on the Zoom name, please could you please rename your name? Okay, we would like to start our meeting soon for the parallel session. So, okay. So in this room, we will have around 10 participants to present the paper. Let me share to you. Okay. Yeah. So we are in the cluster 14, Public Health and Nutrition. So the first presenter will be Ibu Neng Risanti. Are you there, Ibu Neng? Ibu Neng Risanti. Yeah. Maybe you can open your video. Ibu Neng Risanti, are you ready to present your paper? Hello? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Ibu Neng, if you're ready, you have around 10 minutes to present. We will have all participants present the paper first, and then we will have a Q&A session at the end of the session. Okay. Let us go to the first presenter, Ibu Neng Risanti. So Ibu Neng Risanti will present her paper entitled Review of the Benefits of White marbe as Antioxidant and alpha glucosidase inhibitors in diabetes mellitus sufferers. So Ibu Neng, the screen is yours.
Okay. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, friends, International Conference Research and Science Education. Thank you for your time. Here I will present a journal review entitled Benefits of Wheat Mulberry as an Antioxidant and Alpha Glucoside Inhibitor in Diabetes Mellitus Reverse. Before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Neng Risanti, and my team is Antan Saldau, Adendana, and Ramal Amir. Okay, this journal review explains the benefit of white mulberry as an antioxidant in diabetes mellitus reverse. Here is a table of the number of people with diabetes. Diabetes mellitus is a chronic metabolic disease in this of global concern, characterized by a elevated glucose level in circulating blood. This disease is a serious health disease because it's the cause of morbidity and mortality in various parts of the world, especially in developing countries including Indonesia. Diabetes mellitus is still a concern of the world today. Here I have data on patients with diabetes in the world. It can be seen in the year 2015. The number of people with diabetes mellitus in the world reached 415 people, and is it estimated that in the years 2040 it will reach 642 people meanwhile according of data from the Global Status Report on NCD in 2014. There are There are 422 million people in the world suffering from diabetes mellitus, and every year there are 0.5 million people who die. Indonesia is a country that's ranked 7 years in the number of diabetes mellitus sufferers in the world. There are 12.1 million diabetes mellitus patients in Indonesia, and estimated that the number will continue increase. Mulberry is of the plants in genus Morus, the Moraceae family. Mulberry has at least 100 known variants with 24 species and 1 subspecies. Mulberry is native to subtropical environment. About 19 species of trees belong to the genus Morus, and the white mulberry is the most widely grown species. White mulberry has many parts such as stem, leaf, flower, fruits, and is fast growing. For many years, white mulberry has been used in traditional Chinese medicine for its many biological benefits. White mulberry has the ability to prevent alpha glucoside and helps regulate postprandial glucose concentration due to its phenolic group and antioxidant properties. Mulberry extract is helpful for people with diabetes mellitus. Antioxidants are surely capable of slowing on or inhibiting the oxidation of easily oxidizable substance even in low concentration. Antioxidants are also solubly defined as compounds that protect cell from the harmful effects of free radical. In the left picture, in the antioxidant and right picture and the right picture is in oxidant molecule. Antioxidants are oxidant inhibitors. Oxidants are free radicals. One example is UV. Then whatever its which is very reactive. Unpaired electron is an unpaired electron. When it's unpaired, it's called a free radical. Or free radical to make to the electron paired or paired, then we need an antioxidant where antioxidant has an excess of 1 electron and he will give his electron. The following is the structure of 1-deoxynitromycin. Deoxynitromycin is the main active ingredient in mulberry. Is a piperidine polyhydroxylate alkaloid. The enzyme inhibits instantial alpha-glucoside, which reduces glucose absorption, lowering blood glucose levels, in addition to having a role modulating glucose and insulin metabolism. The enzyme obesity activity inhibits adipogenesis and may have neoprotective effects. Moreover, it may be important component in preventing change in brain pathology in patients suffering from Alzheimer's disease. One way to extract mulberry is by using ultrasonic swabs. Ultrasonic bed extraction using ultrasonic waves in an extraction bar energy propagation through wave using liquid as a propagation medium that's increase the intensity of energy transfer so that extraction process is maximized. This is the result of extraction from mulberry fruit. from the extraction method using ultrasonic baths, the result of antioxidant activity of mulberry fruit extract due to the treatment of solvent material ratio and extraction time range from 291.76 and 209.27 ppm. Graph of offering antioxidant activity due to various treatment of material solvents, ratio, and extraction time. The average antioxidant activity increases with the increasing ratio of material solvents. The highest average antioxidant activity was found in the treatment of 30 minutes, and the ratio of ingredient to solvents 1:7 of 219.27 ppm, while the lowest offering antioxidant activity obtained from the treatment time of 20 minutes with the ratio of ingredient solvents 1:5 amounted ppm and to 20 ppm. The figures show that the antioxidant activity of the extract tends to increase with the longer extraction time with ultrasonic baths, while the higher solvent ratio will also increase the antioxidant activity of the extract, which is indicated by the lower value of inhibitor concentration 50. The increase in antioxidant activity as the extraction time increases due to the level of anthocyanin, which is included in the flavonoids group that can act as antioxidant. Mulberry extract can inhibit blood sugar in diabetes by inhibiting the enzyme alpha glucoside. The enzyme, which should bind to glucoside and cause increase in blood sugar, will be inhibited by mulberry extract. So that the enzyme will fail to active glucose in blood level remains stable. The following is a table of antioxidant test results from the 3 types of mulberry, including white mulberry, which has a total phenol of 181 ppm and total flavonoid 29 ppm. Flavonoid or phenol 0.16 and for ascorbic acid of 22.4 ppm. Phenol compounds are able to donate hydrogen well. This hydrogen donation produces antioxidants that begin with the neutralization reaction of free radicals, which is the internal stage of the oxidation process. Antioxidants result from relative high polyphenols as hydrogen or electron donors and the ability of polyphenols to stabilize unpaired electrons. The antioxidant activity of white mulberry can be seen from several methods, with the using of methods 2.2 azinobis, 3-ethyl benzoatizolin, 6-sulfonate acid, white mulberry, and red mulberry. Antioxidant capacity looks similar, but one Pichry-Hezazil methods, and antioxidant capacity of white mulberry was higher than that of red mulberry, indicating that the different antioxidant capacity may be influenced by the genotype of mulberry, the environment, and extraction protocol, a high positive correlation between total total platelet count, and antioxidant capacity measured by ABTS, and methods was observed. In contrast, TPC had only a weak negative correlation. The following is a table of antioxidant activity result against alpha glucoside inhibition. Mulberry extract mixed with water saw an antioxidant activity value of 550. And mixing using ethanol saw an antioxidant activity value of 241. The last mixing with carboxyl saw an antioxidant activity value of 288. From the result of several journals obtained, Morus alba can as antioxidant plant with inhibitor value using the DPPH method of 16.83 to 43.95, as well as an alpha glucoside inhibitor with an IC value of 550 in water extract and 240 in water extract, ethanol extract. From the results of several journals obtained, white mulberry fruit can act an antioxidant plant with as inhibition value using the DPPH methods of 60.83 to 43.95, as well as an alpha glucoside inhibitor with an value of 550 in water extract and 241 in ethanol extract, and the panel value in mulberry is 181, while the panel value in red mulberry is 1,422, and the final value in black mulberry is 1,053. Okay, thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you very much Ibu Nengri Santi and the team from Sekolah Tinggi Ilmu Kesehatan Bogor Husada for the presentation. Next, we have presenter from Universitas Islam Negeri Mataram, Bapak Alif Ilman Mansur. Are you there? Bapak Arif Ilman Mansur. Oh, with Mbak Lesi ya? Tim with Mbak Lesi. I cannot hear your voice, Mbak Lesi, Ibu Lesi. We cannot hear your voice. Mbak Syifa, can you hear Mbak Lesi Putri? No, yeah. So would you please
We don't hear that.
yeah. Maybe you can use headphone, or you may add another device. We cannot hear your voice, Miss Lesi. Okay. Can we move to the next presenter first, and then we can go to Miss Lesi again? Okay, so Miss Lesi, you can prepare your device first, your microphone, yeah? Okay, thank you very much, Miss Lesi. Next, we have presenter from Universitas Pertahanan RI, Bapak Andrewan Stianjana.
Yes,
Are you there,
present.
Pak
Yes.
Andrewan Stianjana? Yes, Bapak Andre, can you
Yes.
open your, yeah, can. Thank you very much. So, Bapak Andre Yon Stianjana from Universitas Pertahanan RI will present the paper entitled Literature Review, Effect of Exposure to Weapon Tear Gases, CN, CS, and OC on Toxicity. Bapak Andre Yon, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you. Right. Okay, I'm start screen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can I hear my
Yes.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to say thank you for coming in here ICRSE 2023. It is great to see you all. Okay, let me introduce myself. I am Andrian Stanjana from Republic Indonesian Defense University. I am present article entitled Literature Review Effect of Exposure to Weapon, Tear Gas, CN, CS, and OC on Toxicity. My presentation consists of the following part: introduction, method, tear gas, toxicity, effect tear gas, how to deal with tear gas, and conclusion. Introduction. The complexity of life demands a problem with a large number of people in the world, not infrequently causing a friction between individual and group that often become anarchist acts that disturb order and security. In carrying out mass control, measurable steps can be taken according to humanitarian standard, one of which is using chemical tear gas weapon, non-lethal weapon. Method. In article, in a study area, this is a literature review. Systematic literature review approach in 3 stages. The first, planning. The source use we article at Google Scholar, Doage, and ScienceDirect. 2, conducting. Obtain was then selected to find relevant studies. 3, reporting, analyze, and identify 58 articles those relate to CS, CN, OC toxicity in human and to describe mechanism tear gas.
So sorry to interrupt, Bapak Andre.
Yes.
I have some informations from the committees that we will move to the new Zoom for the premium Zoom. So please, maybe before Bapak Andre continue the presentation, can we move to the new link of Zoom? The committee already give the link in the WhatsApp group. Okay? Because this Zoom will be automatically closed after 3 minutes from now.
Oh yes.
Oh ya, kita pindah dulu nggih Bapak Ibu ke linknya dulu sebelum Pak Andre continue the presentation. Thank you very much.